is it every time I'm trying to record, this happens? We get rain. Well, hello everybody and welcome to the second episode of our modded Minecraft series. What's up, what's up? How's you all been? It's been a while. Yeah, well, I hope everybody's been great. I've been great, and yeah, we're here with our second episode of the series, and we got stuff to do. We got a bunch of stuff to do. Well, maybe we're lucky and the rain will stop, but we got a bunch of stuff to do because this episode I kind of want to get into doing some well, maybe finishing our house. Which for now it's a pretty cozy place surrounded by stone and some dirt, but at least we have light and we're not going to get wet from the rain. But yeah, maybe finish building the house itself. And I also want to get into making some basic tools. And I'm not talking about the diamond tools or the normal Minecraft tools. I'm talking about create tools. Because we might need to get right into the create Steam age. Or Andesite age. Well, I think we'll start with Andesite age. Yeah, it is Andesite age. But before we do that, there is a problem. We're gonna need a lot of space. And I don't think this inventory is gonna do it. I don't think it's gonna be enough space. So for that, I think we need to expand our inventory. And to do that, we will have to gather some resources because we need backpacks. And for backpacks, we need leather. And unfortunately, the only way of getting leather is by killing some cows. And maybe in the meantime, I'll go to a quick mining trip of gathering some iron so we can complete our armor and maybe upgrade the backpack to an iron one or a gold one if we're lucky and we get more gold. But yeah, anyways, I'll be doing that in a montage so you don't guys get bored. Oh, there is a lava pool right here. I think we can do something with this later on. I need a bucket though. Alright, so check it out, guys. I just came back from the mining trip and yeah, that was a whole experience. I went to our old mining spot, old cave, which is huge, by the way. So, you know, we were just exploring the right side of it, and there is also another huge part of it. Yeah, I went exploring that, and we got a bunch of stuff. And I nearly died, but let's not talk about that. But yeah, we got ourselves a bunch of stuff here. We got lots of iron. Well, 33 should be enough. And there's like 55 iron nuggets. And there is a spider. There is a spider somewhere. Oh, I see you. It's kind of disturbing. Back to checking the inventory. So as I was saying, quite a lot of iron. We got lots of gold, copper, redstone, we got some emeralds and some diamonds. Yep, there are still diamonds in that mine. It's a whole big mine, so there is a bunch of stuff down there left. But hey, diamonds, I'm not gonna pass on them. And luckily, look at that, I have found a backpack. There was a zombie that attacked me, a speed 2 augmented zombie. It was quite fast, but not very tanky. So we took care of it, and he was kind enough to drop a backpack for us. And there is some stuff in the backpack. Some of it is junk, such as the rotten flesh. We got a music disc. It's 13. Not the best music disc, but not the worst either. I mean, there is worse than that. And some iron horse armor. We'll use that on a horse whenever we're gonna get a horse. And we also have some beef. Now that, well, I went and dealt with some cows. But yeah, we got ourselves some food and we'll be able to change the diet from only carrots to some more protein heavy stuff. Oh, and we also got some armor here. But both of the boots that we got are cursed, unfortunately. So we're not gonna use them, but we're gonna put them there. They are gonna stay there together with the other sets of cursed armor. And let's make ourselves some armor. We'll have a full suit of armor finally. We look shiny. We look shiny in our new iron armor over here. That's pretty nice. And let's also upgrade our backpack if we are at it. We just need to use it wasn't like this. Oh no, because it's a copper one. Yeah, it is already like a tier 1.5. So if it's 1.5, we just need 4 pieces of iron, which is quite lucky. It saves us a few iron ingots. Problem is, it's not gonna be the same with gold, because we want a tier 3 backpack, so it's gonna be way bigger than this. And for that we need 8 pieces of gold. Now the problem is, we need to wait for the others to smelt before we can grab those gold pieces. But yeah, meanwhile, while we wait for everything to smelt, I was thinking maybe we should plan. Yeah, I went pretty blind last time. I just picked a location and then said, okay, let's go ahead and build something. And I ended up with this, which it's not bad. It looks quite good for a starter kind of hole in the mountain, but it's not gonna cover everything we need. So I was thinking, let's do some prospecting, I think it's the word. I think it's what you would call it, where we check out the area and see what can be done, what can be improved, so we can maybe flatten this place a little bit more. So we'll be able to plant some crops as well, so we don't have to be dependent on the village over there. And also, well, we're gonna be planting our create workshop, because I'm planning on doing a little workshop. I've been thinking, and I have decided that we are gonna do a kind of a modern-ish type of builds with lots of factories and lots of trains. I can't really build many nice-looking trains, unfortunately, so we'll have to improvise and go for some more modern stuff. That's what I thought, because otherwise it wouldn't look that good. So yeah, we'll see about that. I'll try to make some improvements here and then think of how we can expand our house here, because I don't want to have it just be one side of the mountain. I am thinking of utilizing this side as well. So we're gonna have like an L shape. I don't know. I'll have to do some well, looking at it and see what's best type of work. All right, check it out, guys. Our gold has melted. I think it is time for us to actually upgrade our backpack. So let's see. There it is. It is a golden backpack. One of the, not the best backpacks, but one of the best backpacks. All right, well, this took longer than I expected. As in, took a while to come up with a nice design here. As you can see, as you can tell, this is still in works. I was thinking of if this is an L shape, you know, we're gonna have the entrance here, the main entrance with the main hallway, and then this place could be something like a nice room where we look out from. You know, have a nice window over here, and we can look outside and see what's going on. So we ain't gonna be living underground necessarily. We're not dwarves, well, nothing these, nothing these anyways. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we got here so far. Maybe, and I'm saying this because I don't really like the oak that much. It's a bit too light in terms of colors for display specifically, and yeah, I don't like how it combines with dirt. Maybe if we're gonna find some spruce, we're gonna replace the oak, and it's gonna look a lot better, hopefully. But I'm not gonna go into exploring at the moment, mainly because I wanted to do some, let me use the sorting here. I wanted to do some create stuff right now. Got some iron there. Let's get some copper as well, and start with a few basic create things. And some of them are, let me see, andesite. Yeah, we need some andesite alloy. That would be the first main thing we start with. There is some andesite there and some zinc. I'm gonna make this some zinc nuggets. And together with some andesite, we are gonna get some andesite alloys. Nice. If we are to grab 2 logs and strip them, then we right click with the stripped andesite or the andesite alloy, we're gonna get the andesite casing. And the andesite casing is what we're gonna be using for many of our create small things that we can make, that we can craft, like clutches, gear shifts, stations, and all that jazz. Problem is, we have kind of ran out of wood, and I'll have to go ahead and grab some more from the nearby trees. Fortunately, there aren't very many nearby trees, but maybe I'm gonna be replanting some more. Alright, so here we are with some resources now in our hands. I got ourselves some logs, so we can deal with the whole andesite casing problem. And yeah, I laid out some of the logs here, so we can already go ahead and strip them, just like that, easily. And then we got some andesite alloy here. It's not really a lot of it, but it's gonna get the job done. So we got some casing, and the first thing I want to do with the resources that we have, it's actually make some shafts, and we are gonna make some cogwheels because we're gonna go ahead and make a wrench. Which is gonna require these golden sheets, but those are kind of easy to make if we can make a press. Here, a mechanical press. That should be enough to make a mechanical press, and to actually operate a mechanical press. Oh, if it looks strange in my hand, is because one of the mods, Hold My Items, I think it's called. It makes I don't know, it plays with the whole look of 3D items in your hands, so they kind of look like this. But yeah, the other thing I was saying that we need is actually a shaft, a hand crank, not a shaft, because the way of powering machines in Create is actually quite interesting. They need rotational power, and there are multiple ways of achieving rotational power, but one way for starting out is actually just using a hand cranked or a hand crank. So you just hand crank the machine itself, and well, it's gonna use food. That's one resource it's gonna be taking from you, so it's not really free. So I'm just gonna throw 4 gold ingots there, and I'm gonna hand crank this, and there we go. So we got some golden sheets now, and with these golden sheets and a stick and a cogwheel, I think we can make an engineer's wrench. Right. If we want to pick up the mechanical press, we can either use our axe on it because it's made of wood, or we can just shift right click with the wrench, and it's gonna automatically put it in my inventory, which is pretty useful if you have a huge network of machines and just want to pick them up without going in like between the machines to grab the items that fell when you destroy something. So yeah, it's a lot more convenient with the wrench itself. The goggles, it's gonna allow us to see some extended information about our machines, such as we can read stesometers, we can read speedometers, we can also read the amount of piston shafts a mechanical piston has. So yeah, it is a pretty useful item, the engineer's goggles, and these ones I can just put in my curio slot over here, and goddamn, they look nice. I just love the look of the engineer goggles on your head, specifically when you have your helmet on or when you have your helmet off, because they just you just raise them above your head, just like that, and it looks cool. All right, so I was thinking for one machine here, we can actually do a mixer, a mechanical mixer. Let me see. So I need a whisk. Okay, so I need five iron sheets. That is not hard to do. Yeah, the way of getting more andesite for your resources is if we grab one andesite, and I think it was this way. Hold on. We can actually check. Not that way, but this way. Yeah, it is one andesite and one zinc nugget compared to 2 andesite and 2 zinc nugget for 1. So I actually need to make another cogwheel here. So if we go ahead and just throw 1 andesite and 1 zinc nugget inside the basin, it's not gonna work without the basin. So that is required. Otherwise, the mixer is not gonna do anything. It's not gonna work. Oh, and wait, don't want to place it like that. You want to place it like that. And if we use our hand crank now on this wheel, that is going to mix this whole thing together, and we have an andesite alloy. You know, I should have done this way earlier, but yeah, I forgot we actually have this in our mod pack. There is a thing called a sleeping bag. So yeah, it allows us to sleep without having to go to bed every time there's night. So I guess it's time to go ahead and meet some sheeps and get some wool. Right, so we got ourselves a pretty flat ground here, which is exactly where I think I'm gonna build the workshop. Yeah, this is not gonna be used for a long time. It's just a temporary workshop where we're gonna be moving our main stuff until we automate some of the other stuff. Before we start doing that, we just need a place to put some other machines, starter machines, that will make the machines that automate stuff. So we need machines to make machines. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I like it. Oh snap! Here we go, guys. I say pretty fine job here. Building the starting point of the workshop, creative workshop here. Of course, I still have to do some fine tuning for this, but I am quite happy with what we've done so far. I mean, look at it. I say it looks pretty nice, and I've actually used only cobblestone. This is really only cobblestone. I haven't used any other blocks on here, but all of it is done through this thing called a saw, where well, we can pick a lot of blocks from here. It's the same for the wood up there, for the planks. It looks kind of nice. I'd say it's a good starter base. So yeah, this is the inside. We've got our machines here and a crafting table, our barrel. It's a it's a starting storage point. And yeah, this is where things are gonna get interesting. We're not gonna go upstairs. There's nothing to see upstairs. We are actually going to go to the basement, and I've already set up the place here because we are gonna use these things, which are invisible in my hand for some reason. But when I place one of them down, you can see them. They are the large water wheels. I'm gonna be using them as power generators in the basement here, and they will connect to the machines and machinations and stuff. First of all, we'll need to place some water here so we can have a some water source. And the moment I place this down, you're gonna see it start moving, which is really nice. And yeah, the way the water flows right now is from left to right. The way the water flows, it's actually very important, because if we are to make it flow from right to left, this whole thing is gonna rotate the other way around. Luckily, this doesn't really matter for our machines up there, but it will kind of matter later on when we get to the more advanced machines. But yeah, why these large water wheels and not the small ones? It's mainly because these big ones, the larger ones, create more stress units. And if we really want to speed them up, and we kind of do, because they're really slow compared to the small ones, we'll just go ahead and make some gears here. If we make a larger cogwheel here, can actually, I think that's a good place. Yeah, that's a good place for it. We'll have it over there, and then if we go ahead and make a lot more wheels here. So if we go from small to big to small, and then to another big one. I don't have another big one. Also, yeah, we need to use andesite casing on that one, because otherwise it's gonna connect to it and it's gonna break. But yeah, this is how it is. Actually, I did a mistake here. This would be the other way around. We actually need to go from big to small, which I think we can actually just do. Like so, and then we're gonna have a small one over here, and then another casing, a small one, so it goes even faster. Then we'll go for another big one, if I have any wood left. Unfortunately not, I wasted it all. There's another big one going there, andesite casing, and then we put another small one over here. And then we can keep going like this. We can just keep doing this until we speed it up to a good amount that we want. For now, I think it's fine like this. So, yeah, we are just free to connect the shafts. The problem is I don't have any shafts left, so I'm gonna go grab some, and I'll be back here. And we are actually gonna go and connect this. Not like that. That is not gonna connect them. Hold on, I did a mistake there. We might need a gearbox for this, or I can just do something like this. Doesn't matter which way this goes, and then we just slap this gearbox over there. Doesn't really matter how it looks, as long as it gets the job done. It's pretty nice. And now we have a functioning generator here that will create rotational power, and then we're gonna get a rotational power and get it to our machines up there. If it happens that your gearbox is like this and you need a vertical one like that, you can either just do a right click with the wrench on it, or you can put it in your crafting table and it's just gonna rotate it automatically, so you don't really lose it. Here we go. That should power the millstone. And then if we grab some more shafts and bring them up here, we're gonna need some more gears. Let me just go grab some real quick and some wood while I'm at it. Okay, here we are with more gearboxes. Let's go ahead and place this that one up there and this one up here, and then we just connect them with the shaft, and boom, everything, well, except that one, which apparently we need another gearbox for it. Not to worry, that should be a quick fix. If I can just make a quick one. Another gearbox. Yeah, gearboxes are actually very useful in builds. They can rotate your builds, rotate your machines, or the way your machines rotate themselves. As a gearbox, like if this goes to the left, if it rotates to the left, when it goes in a gearbox, it changes direction. So that's pretty good. All right, now everything should be connected. This should all work. This one though does not have enough speed apparently. Think we might need to add a little more speed down at the bottom here. All right, and now it's working fine. It's at 128 SU, 56 SU. So the stage units are pretty alright at the moment. They are not very stressed. The generator is doing a good job. Just 3 large cogwheels should be enough for now. If we need more, we can just go ahead and dig some more for it. But I am quite happy with how much stuff we got done here. This one, there's a couple of ways of dealing with this. You can put a chute over it, or a whatchamacallit, a hopper, and it's gonna put the items automatically inside the millstone, or you can just toss them in. Like we have some, yeah, if we have some cobblestone, just gonna throw some cobblestone in there, and it's gonna make it gravel. And we kind of automated a lot of stuff here, because right now if we just throw some zinc and some andesite in there, this is supposed to make andesite alloy on its own without us having to use a hand crank, and that is pretty nice. The main problem right now is this place doesn't look too welcoming. So I guess I still have to fine-tune the details of the whole build of the workshop, and yeah, I think I'll see you guys after that. But there is a little problem. I think we are kind of running out of time for this episode, so yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it here with the build of the workshop and with everything mechanical. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how much we achieved today, and we got ourselves a backpack. We got some more resources, and yeah, that's pretty good for this episode. I'd say pretty good. There's gonna be more done next one. Probably, maybe we're gonna go into an exploration, you know, of the land and see what we have around us. Maybe if we're lucky, we're gonna find a jungle. That would be pretty nice, because we're gonna get bamboo. And if we get bamboo, we can have scaffolding, and that means it's gonna be easier for me to build stuff, because it's quite hard now. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm gonna ask you, and tell me in the comments what you guys will wanna see for the other videos, or for the next well, the next parts of the series. Would you like to see more building? Would you like to see more exploring? Would you like to see me mine more? What are you guys what are your guys' preferences? What would you like to see from this series, or me do? Because there's a lot of skipping in some parts, as some it's quite boring, some it isn't, but I try to put the most important moments inside the videos, so they're there. But if you want to see something specific, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, also we are I forgot to tell you this last episode, but we also have a series going on Twitch, where we basically check a custom-made mod pack, which is available on CurseForge. You can go ahead and check that out over there, and check the channel as well. We are live most of the days of the week, except weekends. We're not live in weekends, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, check us out on Twitch, and yeah, I think that's about it. That's about it for this time. So I guess thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for checking out this episode, and yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. Until then, stay safe, have a great time, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.